masculine energy, the energy of a father, is more about survival. Is always looking at to keep his children or his family safe, secure, providing, making sure that everyone's survival is taken care of. While the mother energy, as we talk about Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, the energy is all about nurturing. Hi everyone, warm welcome to Quantum Shift. I'm your host Saloni Singh, a life coach for CEOs, conscious leaders, and change makers who want to lead with their higher self, higher consciousness, and a purpose. Today, I'm going to talk about a topic which I have been so fascinated by for a very long time, and I use in my coaching and training many times: masculine and feminine energy in leadership. This is not about men or women in leadership positions. Rather, it is about the balance of masculine energy, the yang, and the feminine energy, yin, in leadership in a single individual. And the inspiration for this episode actually came about when I was having a conversation with a friend. Her name is Nisha Krishan, and she is a senior business leader. When she was asking me to answer this couple of questions on the podcast. And the first question she said was that we go through change every single day in business environment. The change is the, as they say, is the only constant. It could be a small change like a change of a team member, office, or any small, changes going through the organizations, or it could be a major change like a merger or collaborations, taking company global. It could be any kind of change. But how do you stay flexible and fluid and not impose your own ideas and be rigid about your ideas to other people and just flow like water? I think it's such a beautiful question. Thank you, Nisha, for this wonderful question. And I think the essence of the answer of this question is also lies into this beautiful balance of feminine energy along with the actions that needs to be taken when a company, an individual, a team is going through change. Because we all know that taking action, adapting to the changing environment is a must. Adaptability is a great leadership skill. But how to do it in a way as we see water just flowing with the flow, going very naturally. And if you notice the energy of water, the essence of water is its stillness and calmness. And no matter whether it's going through rocks and stones or mountains, water always makes its own way. And nothing can actually stop its path. And if we talk about water in an ocean, then you can say that no matter how many waves come and go, the depth and the stillness of water, the calmness at the depth of the sea is always there. So now the question comes, how to be like water? And the clue is in the question itself, because it's not about doing. It's because we cannot do something until unless we are being like that. So it's the feminine energy of being. So when we talk about energies, masculine is the doing part, the action taking, the go-getter approach, and the feminine is all about being, which is the essence of calmness, stillness. And when we actually strive to be in our essence, we naturally start to flow like water. I hope we all remember that we and our body is made of 72% water. So you are water practically. Yes. So it's like noticing that when you are navigating the world of change, business, leadership, not being rigid like the bones of your bodies, right? Rather, being fluid as the blood, as a breath moving through your being. How to do that? The first thing I would recommend is a practice of just sitting in the stillness, in the depth of calmness, which is your true feminine essence, the foundation of all the doing, all the work that you do with masculine energy. And how to do that? Let's do it right now. So just be comfortable wherever you are. If you're driving, I would not recommend this. You can do it definitely later, but just take a moment to just close your eyes And take a deep breath. Relax your body, your whole being. Relax your mind and feel the deep essence, stillness, the calmness of your breath as you're inhaling, and the breath passing through every single cell of your body, nurturing it, bringing this calm presence, this depth that you are. Breathe into this stillness. Notice this divine presence, your own essence. No matter if there is chaos around or even inside, if thoughts are coming and going, just let them be. Have an intention to just be fully rejoicing your own beautiful essence, your own deep, deep presence. As you rejoice in every single breath, filling your whole body with prana, with Shakti, and allowing yourself to feel that you can take every action, every step by being in your true essence. And as you open your eyes, slowly and gently, just remember to carry this energy with you wherever you go. Yes, it is that simple. And it's just a matter of reminding yourself your true nature. Just like the essence of water is so adaptable, no matter what you put in water, any color, red, blue, green, it just becomes that so easily. No rigidity, no resistance. Yet it makes its way where it wants to go. So, similarly, when you stay true to your essence, to your loving, caring nature, as they say, you don't leave your true being at home when you are going for a meeting, even though it is actually taught in many professional setups. Just be professional when you're coming to a meeting. I would rather say take a counterintuitive approach. No, take your whole self. Take the love and the care and the genuine connection that you want to feel with people around you. And you will be surprised with that whole presence. You would naturally start to flow like water in any difficult challenge or situation. And here is the second question that Nisha asked me to answer. And it is quite similar actually. How to stay compassionate and kind while you also are expecting excellence from your team. Whether you're giving a feedback, a tough feedback, or whether you're asking them to perform at their highest. How to stay really compassionate. So, again, I will take you back to the essence of masculine and feminine energy. Because the truth is, when we stay kind and compassionate to ourselves as well, when we start to nurture ourselves as well, that's when we start to extend that to other people too. So just notice how compassionate and kind you are to your own self. Is your energy towards yourself, is it more feminine? Is it like a mother-like energy? Or is it like a father kind of energy? So just to differentiate, fathers are also loving, by the way. I'm not saying they're not loving or nurturing, but the masculine energy, the energy of a father is more about survival. Is always looking at to keep his children or his family safe, secure, providing, making sure that everyone's survival is taken care of. While the mother energy, as we talk about Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, the energies are about nurturing, making sure that you're well fed, you're thriving emotionally, mentally, physically, in all dimensions. Now, notice, is your energy towards yourself? Are you nurturing? Are you taking rest when you need to? Are you eating when you need to? Are you breathing consciously? Are you being mindful about your choices? Or are you constantly pushing beyond your limits? Are you constantly telling yourself that still it's not enough? It's never enough. Are you constantly pushing yourself and having very high expectations from you? Again, it's not bad to have high expectations. It's about the balance of nurturing while you are expecting from yourself. And once you start to dive deep into nurturing yourself, filling your own cup fully with self care, with breaks, with mindfulness, with breathing deeply, taking time for silence, taking time for rest, and you start to thrive, you will notice a shift in your own being. And that's the feminine essence coming along with the masculine actions and go getter leader that you are. And then when you approach any feedback from that space of nurturing, loving, caring as a mother, you will be able to see the person, whether it's a team member or somebody at home, as a human being rather than somebody just a taskmaster. And when you see another human being as a human being, you start to notice their potential. It's very natural that you will be able to communicate that. Notice your language. Your language shifts from you have to do this, you have to make sure of the deadlines and the targets and the numbers, from noticing what's going on for them. What is stopping them from actually giving their full performance, tapping into their potential. So you will be able to not segregate performance from human being. You will be able to see others as well as a whole human being. And then when you give your feedback, it will not be about degrading or putting the other person down. It will not come in a harsh tone. Rather, it will come in a way that, yes, I know you want to really be and do your best. And yet, I notice there is a lot of space for improvement. How can we actually tap into that space? How can you actually improve on this particular task? It will be more collaborative approach because now you're not in a rush to just get the task get done. Rather, you are coming from a space of truly enabling the growth of this human being. Now, this is the challenge time, right? And I hear, literally hear, as you're listening to this, saying, who has the time to do this? Isn't it? And please know that this question itself is a question of survival. When we say to ourselves, I'm too busy, I would love to be kind and compassionate and give feedback from a space of care, love, and really having this connection with this human being, but I have no time. I just have 2 minutes and I have to give this feedback and tell the person that they can do so much better. I was not expecting this. Then it's very natural. It is going to come in a harsh tone. It is going to come in a language which is all about survival. You need to, you have to, you should. So there is a clue. Just notice your language. And as you notice, the more needs to, have to, shoulds, must you have in your language, the more you're coming from the masculine energy. And it might get things done. Let's be honest. It's good for the short term gains. But if you are a leader who is a visionary, who wants to create long term results, who wants their team and the organization to thrive fully in a long term and be here for a long haul, then you know we're talking about a marathon, not a sprint. So you don't have to just deliver it in a very quick manner. Maybe you can take a moment to pause, give yourself the time to relax, to feel into it, and then deliver. Yeah, it will take 5 minutes extra, but I can almost guarantee, though there are no guarantees, as I say, but really, I can assure you that the results will be so much better because now you are taking care of the human being when you're giving the feedback, and the person, they feel it. Whenever you come from a essence of nurturing or caring energy, everybody can feel it. And then what happens? When somebody is loved and taken care of, they want to give that back, isn't it? I'm sure you have noticed that at your home, at your team, at work, that when people are taken care of, the results are so much better because they then start to thrive in their well being. And when they feel happy, of course, they do better. And there have been so many scientific researches about that as well, that happy people are better at performing. People whose well being is taken care of, they are so much more productive than somebody who's stressed out, anxious, and feeling the anxiety to just get the task done. Then they will also do just the necessary and they will not go the extra mile. I was thinking of giving some examples actually of leaders who actually beautifully blend masculine and feminine energy and are role models in this area. And the first name that came to my mind was the popular Prime Minister of New Zealand, Jacinda Ardern. Do you remember the news that were everywhere on the internet at the time of COVID lockdown? And the beauty with which she handled one crisis after another, whether it was Christchurch terrorist attack or COVID. She was taking actions, big actions, but always with so much compassion and kindness. Her decisiveness and her spontaneity about making the decisions in a moment, yet including everybody who was getting impacted through that. And we all know that New Zealand was one of the country who has dealt with COVID in the most efficient manner because of one of the reason was definitely her leadership. And that's a good way to also understand if the fear crops up. Because a lot of time we think that if I come from a place of kindness, compassion, and people might not actually listen to me and people might stop actually working. There are fears like that. I hear that all the time from leaders. And that's why sometimes they become tough and show that tough love and care. But these role models are amazing for us to help us understand that's not true. If one woman can do it, many others can. And the another example that came to my mind is an Indian leader, Sudha Murthy. Yes, she has been a philanthropist, educator, author of many books, and the founder of Infosys Foundation. I remember the story, famous story, that she was the first female engineer at Tata, and she had written a postcard to Ratan Tata about asking that why there are no female hires in the company. And that's when she was actually appointed as the first engineer in the organization. Whether it comes to organizations or families in leadership, and yet with complete kindness, compassion for people who get impacted by bias. I hope these examples will actually inspire you as well as they inspire me. And actually, I would love to hear from you as well. If you know any leaders, share in the comment section, especially men who are leading with a beautiful blend of masculine and feminine leadership. Also, I just felt like how wonderful it would be to have Sudha Murthy on the interview here at Quantum Shift. So, if you know her or if you can help me connect with her, it would be fantastic to ask her directly how could she actually manage to bring such beautifully taking all these bold actions, decisiveness, and yet do it with utmost kindness. So, with that, I would leave some questions for you, my dear listeners. Notice from where do you operate most of the times? Because all of us have masculine as well as feminine energy in us. whether man or women. Women have more of feminine and men have more of masculine. Notice which energy do you operate from. And you will be surprised to know when it comes to women leaders, especially in current times, because it has been a long time when women were not in leadership positions. Women have been told to toughen up and to use masculine energy. That's what I see whenever I'm working with women leaders, that they have to kind of shift the way they are. They have to change something within them, become more pushy and really push through and be more demanding to really survive in a world where there are more men leaders, especially in tech and IT. But is that really true? Or is there any other way? I would ask you to reflect and think about these questions. Is there a way that we can, both men and women, stay in our essence, in our feminine energy, and still make action happen, make things happen, change whatever we want to change, and not just survive, but thrive in our goals and dreams? So, coming back to you, where are you operating from? When you talk to your partner, your children, your parents, where are you operating from? Are you gentle, nurturing, soft, loving, and yet get actions done? When you are talking to your team, are you very direct, clear, and yet operating with empathy? Or do you become reactive, harsh when there is busyness and there is shortage of time? The first step to any change is self awareness. So become more and more aware on every day. Where are you operating from? Which energies do you need to nurture more? First and within yourself, and then you can bring it out to your team, to your family as well. We need more role models everywhere. It's not about position or title. You are a leader. And we need more leaders, more role models who are actually leading with a beautiful balance of feminine essence and the masculine energy. I look forward to hear back from you about this episode in the comment section. And if you like this, and if you have any questions about this particular topic, please ask me in the comment section, and I would love to answer all your questions. And I'll see you soon in the next episode of Quantum Shift. Till then, stay grounded, stay connected with your essence. Bring a beautiful blend of masculine and feminine energy in your leadership, at home, at work, everywhere you go, and thrive fully. Lead with higher purpose and consciousness. Thank you. See you soon.